coming to the stage. This is a comedian. We work together, and she's just starting in comedy. She's doing very well. She's very funny. Please welcome Shani Greenberg.
Hi, everybody. I do work with Joy at the law firm that must not be named. You know, we don't want any problems. And I will agree with the Charlie Sheen characterization. That's all I'm saying. But that never happened. Anyways, so my name is Shani, and, you know, I remember Rachel saying things about, you know, the 60s and everything. Well, you know, my parents met in New York in the 60s. My mom went to go play guitar in the park from Alabama instead of going to college. You know, why? No, why? Just go play guitar in the park. She met my dad and everything, and they had my sister. They got married after 4 months. I found that out recently. I was like, how long did you guys date? She's like, 4 months. I'm like, wow, that's a short time. And they're still happily married. And, you know, my name is Shani. It's spelled like Shane. It's S-H-A-N-E. And, of course, every day I get called Shane, Shawnee, Shanae, Mr. Greenberg, always my favorite. And when I get that phone call and they ask for Mr. Greenberg, I ask what they're calling about, and if I don't really like it, I say, he's not here. Because, you know, I think of my dad. Now, my name is Shani Greenberg, but most people, seriously, you should know me as Kenny Greenberg's daughter. Now, my dad, he's from New York. He's in the car business, legend in his own mind, bathroom 2. And, you know, he's always like, tell people, you know, you're Kenny Greenberg's daughter, and they'll help you. They'll help you out. Go to the tire store. They'll give you a discount. You know, go to Nick Alexander, get a mini. Just tell them your daughter's Kenny Greenberg. I know Nick. Oh, great, Dad. That's fantastic. Great. So recently, I had to go get my tag watch battery fixed, and he said before I left with my mother, Shani, tell them you're Kenny Greenberg's daughter. They will help you. They'll do it all right. Everything's fine. I go to the watch store. Of course, I don't drop his name. I mean, come on, it's not a car place, whatever. And I come home, and he says, did you tell them you were Kenny Greenberg's daughter? Did they help you? I said, you know what, Dad? The second I said I was Kenny Greenberg's daughter, 12 people came running over, tripping over themselves to help me. And he was like, really? Like all excited. And I was like, no, that didn't happen. And he found out I was doing comedy recently, and my dad is the type of person that he'll tell a joke and keep saying it over and over and over until you give him the laugh that he doesn't deserve. And, you know, usually I'm like, ha, 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 Dad, and he'll stop, whatever. But he found out from my mom, who friended me on Facebook. She told him I was doing comedy. And he informed me, you know, I saw your last set. I think you're going to need to call me before you do comedy from now on, because I think I can make it funnier. And I was like, wow, wow. And I thought to myself, wait a second. Kenny Greenberg wants to write jokes about Kenny Greenberg. When did he become being John Malkovich? I mean, did he watch that show and think, ooh, I could write jokes? Because, you know, he's so funny. And you know, I think my mom doesn't think my dad's funny because she never laughs at his jokes. So now I've realized that's why she thinks I'm not funny. Because I'm Kenny Greenberg's daughter, so how would I be funny? So did any of you guys watch TV at all here? Yeah. Okay, I'm a little addicted to reality shows. I can stop at any time if they stop running them. But, you know, whatevs. So I was watching this new show called Fairly Legal. It's about this mediator in San Francisco, and I was like, wait a second. It's kind of odd. She's a lawyer, I'm a lawyer. She went to law school in San Francisco and lives there. I lived in law school and I lived there, and I thought, wait a second. She found me on Facebook and stole my life. Like, seriously, like, where are my royalty checks? Because, you know, with those student loan payments, I could use them. She didn't even go to law school in real life. Like, seriously, like, she doesn't need the money. What are you talking about? Yeah. So I got into a car accident recently, and I do plaintiff's attorney work here nearby at the law office unnamed, but with Joy, which is super fun. And you know, Joy gets all these cases about these people getting hit, rear-ended, whatever, and they're always like, my back hurts, my neck hurts, and I talk to Joy and I'm like, they're making it up. Like, that's crazy. Like, whatever, I guess I could make some money getting that to happen to me. And Joy and I always joke about getting hit in a car and getting rear-ended, and Joy says, listen, if we get rear-ended, I really am gonna need you to like act like you're unconscious, and we could make some money. I was like, wow, that sounds like a great idea. Hasn't happened yet, but we're still waiting for our big rear-ender so we can film it and, you know, sue them and everything. But I got rear-ended recently with my new Mini Cooper, and I was really upset. I was at a stoplight, and the guy plowed into me going like 8 to 10 miles an hour, and we pull over to the side, and I jump out of the car, and I'm like, I'm a 10th-year lawyer. My friend's like, why did you start with the I'm a 10th-year lawyer? I'm like, listen, he hit me going 8 to 10 miles an hour. I was about to throw down. Like, that's a lot of damage to the Mini that I finally got back.